Well, Dan was talking about Nige.
So Nigel Farage.
Farage.
Well, before we get to Nigel Farage, this is kind of this is like a two-pronged thing. So Andy Burnham is going to be
Barry Burnham.
the next UK Prime Minister. That has basically been established.
What are your thoughts on Andy?
On old Andy? Well,
On Andrew.
this is the guy. This is what he looks like. Pretty standard looking fella.
Oh, the schoolboy look.
Kind of looks like John Oliver a little bit.
One can dream.
Yeah, exactly. Breaking. Andy Burnham will officially be the next Prime Minister of the UK. So Keir Starmer was in. He basically became so unpopular that he had to announce his resignation. Andy Burnham is the only Labour MP who's putting himself forward to be the next Prime Minister, and basically the rest of the party said, you're all good. You can have it. And so he is going to be the next Prime Minister. He's not the Prime Minister yet.
Not yet.
It'll take like a few weeks, but it's essentially his spot. It just has to take time until he can.
It's still cooking.
It's still in the microwave, yeah. So, who is Andy Burnham? Well,
I don't know.
he's kind of like, you know, you can see his photo, regular looking guy. I mean, seems probably like going to be a pretty standard PM, not in a good way or a bad way. Just, you know, it is what it is. I guess the only difference is that it says here Burnham identifies as a socialist associated with Labour's soft left. So I guess that's a bit more, I don't know, out there and interesting than some of the more recent prime ministers. At the end of the day, we'll see if he's really going to do anything all that much different, or if he's just going to fall into the trap of like all the recent British prime ministers where they end up resigning in disgrace. So
That kind of is like
it's the job that no one wants at the moment.
well, yeah, it's like that's like what happens every time.
Yeah. Good luck, Andy, I guess. I hope you can
Good luck, Andy.
not go the way of your predecessors.
Go
but
knock it. No, go
knock it out of the park, mate.
go knock it out of the park, mate.
So he is from Manchester. He is a Northman.
I love
And
the Red Devils.
He has been referred to, where is it? As the King of the North. The King in the North.
Game of Thrones type shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
The King of the North.
They should have it. I don't know why they don't have. That's such a great title. They should have it right there in his, in his Wikipedia.
No.
But basically, he has been pretty popular in Manchester and in the northern parts of British government. So he has been kind of crowned the King in the North in terms of his electoral popularity.
Where's
Oh
my
hell
crown?
yeah!
Where's
Maybe
my crown?
we need some KSI help to get his ass, over the line. Sorry, I'm stuck on this fucking King in the North thing because I don't want to make a claim that's like not real. I swear it exists, guys.
I don't think we have any Game of Thrones sound bites. I was going to play some.
So he is going to apparently have a number 10 in Manchester, which is kind of interesting.
Not a number 2. Wait, what?
Yeah, so there is a number
That's
10
impossible.
in London. Yeah, I know. What, number 10 too?
Number 10 too? Number
Yeah.
10?
Number 11? I don't know, so he's going to apparently make a number 10 in Manchester so that he can be close to his electorate, because he represents Manchester and he has for a long time, since like 2001 I was reading, and so he is pretty popular in that area. I guess he considers them as like having given him his rise. So that guy's going to be the next prime minister. Now the way that this will connect to Nigel, trust me, it's getting there. So the way that British politics works is that when you run in an area, anyone really can run. You just have to sign up, and a lot of the time people will run as like joke candidates, right? I mean, when we were kids, there was this guy who was like Buckethead or something. He was like a joke candidate and he would run in elections. And the funny thing about these joke candidates is sometimes they run, and even though they do not very well, they stand like next to the person who did win. So sometimes you get these funny images. This was an image of the next Prime Minister of the UK standing next to two of his fellow candidates. So this is when he recently won his seat in Parliament. And these other two
Protect
people...
British wildlife.
Yeah, so because these other two people...
Hey, I can't disagree with that.
Were running in politics, running for the seat...
Buckethead.
When they had to... Well, so Buckethead was who this guy used to be. Now his persona...
Binhead?
Binface. Count
He looks
Bin.
like a bin, yeah.
He calls it Count Binface, yeah. So he used to be... I think a long time ago he had a different persona that was Buckethead. Now he's Binface. This person obviously dressed up as a fox and had Protect British Wildlife. They were obviously sending a message. But yeah, this guy who is the next prime minister, when he got announced as the winner of his seat, was standing next to a guy with a bin on his head and a fox. So I think that's kind of an interesting like quirk of British politics. And so now we get to Nigel Farage. Oh wait, no, sorry. Before we get to Nigel Farage, that guy that we just saw, Binface, was obviously at the announcement of Andy Burnham's victory. This was a reporter on Sky News who kind of ran into Binface in like the post-game, report. This was posted by Binface, so...
oh my goodness. A man with a bin on his head.
This is democracy.
It's not the Tory candidate.
Yeah.
Looks like something out of Star Wars.
Boomer ass British guy.
Okay. Anyway, I better.
To talk to him,
no, I'm going to hand you back to.
Talk to him.
Oh, right. Okay.
You want to talk to me?
Yeah, go on then.
Talk to him.
Who are you?
My name. What kind of journalist is this? You don't know? Have a look.
I've got my list here.
Burnham.
No, I realise that. Oh, you're Count Binface, yeah?
There you go. You did go to journalism school. Excellent. Yes,
A long time ago.
I beg your pardon?
I said a long time ago.
Yeah.
You probably can't hear it.
I wouldn't have known.
Why are you standing in this election? Just a stunt?
It's A, because it's happening. B, I was at a loose end. C, because I believe elected mayors should serve out their terms before they're eligible to stand for Parliament.
Oh, you've made a sensible serious political point there.
Well, no, you're supposed to be impartial, mate. So let me carry on. I'm going to rephrase the traffic lights on Liverpool Road.
So, as you can see, he's kind of like I said, he's a joke candidate, right? He's doing this for, people have unmasked Binface. He's like played by a British comedian who, what's that show? Have I Got News for You or whatever? He's been on that show. He's done a lot of like BBC comedies and stuff. And Binface is kind of like it's like a satirical performance, I guess, that he's putting on. And he does it for the purpose of pointing out kind of the, sometimes the absurdities of British...
Like the Colbert Report?
Yeah, kind of, I guess. He's just kind of, making fun of the political system and trying to make people laugh. Some people say it's a little bit cringe because it's like, well, democracy is serious and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I think it's just kind of a funny, entertainment project, I guess. Now we get to Nigel Farage. He is, like I said before, potentially the next Prime Minister. So as much as Andy Burnham is coming in now, Labour is still incredibly unpopular and have lost a lot of their political power. So Nigel runs the next biggest party, Reform, and there's been a lot of talk about his party running against Labour to try and get him as the Prime Minister, right? So it's a bit of a long story short. He got into a controversy recently where he accepted like $5 million of crypto from some billionaire that he didn't put into his financial disclosures. And he didn't get it. I don't think he got it when he was in Parliament, but it happened like right before he was in Parliament.
When you suck the money out of my ass!
Yeah, so a bit of a corruption scandal for our boy Nige. Mm-hmm. And he thought, okay, I'm going to do a political stunt. I got to set the record straight. So he resigned. From politics. So he resigned his seat. However, it was a trick. It was a game.
Record scratch.
Yep, it wasn't real, folks. Nigel was resigning so that he could immediately run again for his seat. So there's this thing where basically if a politician resigns, it triggers an immediate election to have to be held for the seat. So he was like, because they're doing investigations into him over the $5 million of crypto, he's like, I'm going to resign to, not have to deal with the investigations. And then I'm going to run in the election to be like, I'm the man of the people, I'm running against the unpopular Labour Party and all this other stuff. And so he put out this video. I won't play the whole thing, but...
Britain is broken, and the public know it, and we need change.
Fuck this guy.
I mean, come on. Like, that's such a funny, like, at least Trump had Make America Great Again. His is just, Britain is broken. It's all gone to shit. So Clacton is his constituency. That's where he's running. And he said, 2 years ago we made history. That's when he won the last time. Now I am asking you to vote for me and do the same again. So keep in mind, this election was not scheduled. And the only reason it's happening is because he did this shenanigans with resigning, right? So it's kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of a waste of like taxpayer money, right? To serve his ego. So his whole point of doing this was because he knows he's semi-popular in that area and he can win. So he was like, if I resign, Labour's going to have to run against me. You know, I'm going to get all these rivals and I'm going to be able to say, see how they want to take me down. See how I'm the man of the people and I represent you. And, well, what ended up kind of going forward is that Labour will not stand any candidate in the election. That was soon followed by the Conservative Party and the Greens. No candidate is standing officially against him, and so the only candidate running is Count Binface because he runs in every election as a joke candidate. And
Binface versus Nigel Farage.
That is what is being set up, is Nigel Farage versing up.
What if Binface wins on like a meme standpoint?
I'm not sure. I really don't know what would happen if that happened. So this is Binface himself. He said, Labour, Tories, Lib Dems, or Greens, I demand you stand down in Clacton. I will be a unity candidate and pledge to build at least one affordable house. Nigel Farage says he wants the people versus the establishment, so be it. Leave him to me. So Binface is taking on the challenge. And look, at the end of the day, like you said, what happens if he actually wins? I don't think he's really prepared to be an actual representative. His whole shtick is that he's making fun of the system. And he gave an interview with BBC Breakfast. He said, my job is to demonstrate that British democracy is wonderful and unique in the entire cosmos. And he's got a whole storyline that he came from the planet Bin or whatever the fuck.
The 10 nominations, because, hey, look, there's no guarantee I'm standing for the election, as I'm sure you know. I'm game, but I have to get the signatures from 10 local inhabitants. Otherwise, this is a non-starter. And then, of course, I will tailor my manifesto to the local area as always. But most of my national policies will remain: building at least one affordable house, nationalising Adele, bring back CFAX, and of course, moving the hand dryer in the gents' toilet in the Crown and Treaty pub Uxbridge to a more sensible position, because as you know, it's a national issue.
So he said before, nationalise Adele. That's one of his...
Adele?
Adele, yeah.
The Adele?
Yeah, the Adele. And then that's the thing. Actual BBC reporters have to talk to this guy, and I don't think they know how to handle it.
Policies didn't go down too well, did they, with the good people of Makerfield? I believe you got 95 votes at the recent by-election. So how are you hoping to do any better?
What a disgracefully scornful tone. How dare you? 95 actual votes.
I've never heard of this guy before. Why am I just seeing this?
Yes.
I've literally never seen this before.
I don't even know how he sees it.
Hey, I'd vote for Binface.
Does he have, like, eye holes? I mean, look.
Yeah, I think that's what this slit here is.
Yeah.
He's like Ned Kelly.
It's not a... Yeah, he does look like Ned Kelly, yeah. It's not a very... Look, it's not a serious political movement. It's a joke. He's always been a joke candidate. I think it's kind of funny. I mean, I think, like, Nigel Farage has been such, like, a character, and he's really, I think, fucked around the public in a lot of ways. Like, you know, I think some people could say he makes certain people feel represented when they don't otherwise feel represented. But I also think he just does a lot of stunts and a lot of shenanigans that waste people's time and money. So, you said you'd vote for Binface. Well, this is the Clacton residents in a Times Radio interview. Clacton residents react to Nigel Farage calling a by-election. So this is some people in the area that he's running.
Sure, why he's done it, you know, so, yeah.
But you'll be supporting him?
Oh, definitely.
The £5 million that he received and things like that, that was a gift. That was given to him in 2023, before he even become an MP.
You know, if you can't vote for who you want, Nigel Farage is going to get in again and thinks that everybody in Clacton's for him when it's not true, is it?
Yeah, I'd vote for Binface.
Tell me how you felt
I love it.
yesterday when you learnt that you're going to have a by-election.
Obviously, it was a bit of a shock, first of all, but again, he's trying to prove a point, and they seem to be picking on him at the moment.
Not really sure why he's done it, you know, so, yeah.
But you'll be supporting him.
Oh, definitely.
So he's got people that'll back him. I think it's probably still likely that he wins the seat. But I do also think it's hilarious that he wanted to have this big, grand, it's me versus the establishment, and then the only person you're running against is a guy in a bin costume, you know? That's kind of a...
That's kind of elite.
It's kind of the funniest, like, satirical portrayal of British politics you could have.
Would you say this?
Boy, you should have had a throw party.
Because it's a party?
I mean...
The party of Binface? Does Binface have a party?
No, he's just an independent.
So not a party.
No? So, I mean, think about this.
An independent? Okay, go Binface.
I'll leave you with this. The people of Clacton are about to have an election where they're going to be faced between literal trash and Count Binface.
Ha! Okay.
Thank you, folks. Thank you.
Did you just think of that, or...?
I thought of that earlier today.
Okay, that's good though. That's good. That's good.
Had to hear you.
I think that was actually very funny.
No, good.
Daniel Ada, ladies and gentlemen. I get another round of applause.
Thank you, folks.
Who we're very lucky to have on this show.